Yo, what's up, me gente? Sako salam. That's hello to everyone in Urdu, and you guys are listening to Thoughts with Arabian Papi and Toeray.
Yo, 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 yo,
Yo,
yo, yo, yo.
what's going on, guys?
What's
What's
up, guys?
going
What's up?
on? Welcome back to the second episode of the podcast, Thoughts with Arabian Papi and Toeray. I'm
Yes,
your host,
sir.
Kevin, aka the Arabian Papi, with my co-host, Toeray. Toeray, how you doing today, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm feeling good.
Yo, you know what I was thinking of? Have you ever listened to the Morbid podcast about crime? Their
No,
podcast. S-
morbid.
So, yeah, it's a dope podcast. It's called Morbid True Crime Podcast. They're a dope podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta figure out what to call our listeners because they start off their podcast with like, "Hey weirdos," and that's what they call them. They call them weirdos because
Mm-hmm.
like
Oh
for
yeah,
you,
like their fan base. Yeah.
right, their fan base. Like for you to listen to about serial killers and people get missing and stuff, you got to be a little weird. Nah,
Yeah.
it's like not everybody like that kind of shit. So we got to come up with a name with our listeners,
Yeah.
and so we can name your fan base because yo, the love we got from the first episode, guys. I know we
Yo,
said it.
facts. Actually,
I
yeah.
know we said it plenty of times in our own personal social media. We said thank you, but again, thank you guys. We weren't
Yes.
nowhere near expecting all that love. Okay, we all gonna get better with trying to get up to Spotify right now. We just got up to YouTube. Spotify is playing,
Yeah.
so we gotta
Yeah.
find the ins and outs of that. Uh, but besides, and we're gonna try to stay more consistent. I know it's been 2 weeks since we released our first episode.
Yep.
We're gonna try to continue this on a weekly
Weekly.
basis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weekly basis.
We're new, so
Saturdays and Sundays. Either one of those days. Whatever.
one of those days,
Yeah.
right. We're new, and we appreciate the patience that you guys are giving us, man.
Mm-hmm.
And listen,
Mm-hmm.
man, the feedback was amazing. A lot of people telling me,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
I heard it here. I was watching it. I was watching it while I was smoking. I was watching it while
Yeah.
I was in the gym and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
yo,
Like
I
just.
don't, I don't want to sound racist, but because we got a friend, right? We call him Black. So I'm not. Listen, not racist. We just call him Black. That's just his name. Growing up, so that's all I know him. I've known him for like 10 years, and we always
Mhm.
called him Black. You get what I'm saying? So I know he's one that probably. I think he was one of the ones that said, yeah, he was working out. He was watching us. So listen, Black. If you listen to this second episode, I need you to drop and do 20 right now. All right. So if you're at the gym when you're listening to this shit,
Right
you gotta
now.
drop and do 20 push-ups right now.
As you
Right
hear this,
now.
whenever you listening to it.
Yeah, you gotta just drive. I don't care if you're driving. Pull over to the road and do 20 right now,
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
guys. The second episode, like we told you guys, the podcast is just basically about us talking about a topic and focusing on
Mm-hmm.
the topic, and the topic changes from episode to episode, week to week. The second topic, we're going to continuation of family because a lot of people loved it, and
Mm-hmm.
we actually got three guests coming in
Yep.
tonight to give us some feedback about the podcast and actually to talk about family, which is dope. That wasn't something I was thinking of, but Tori's mom, Michelle, she's like, "Yo, why do you even bring some guests to talk about the topic
Yeah,
you
she
guys
sure
talked
did.
about?"
Yep. She sure
And I was
did.
like,
Yeah,
"Bad,
that
let's
was a
do
good
it."
idea.
That
Yeah.
was a good idea. I was like, "Why not? Why not? Does involve our listeners?" You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, she will be one of the guests along with his father, Danny, and I will have my cousin Wilfred after them also as a guest today. So I hope you guys enjoy this podcast while we try to bring
Yeah.
these guys in, and we're gonna get started with a whole bunch of questions and whatnot. So Tori, to see if we could get them in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Let me get him in here real quick. Let me let him know I'm pulling him in here. Let's get him. All right. I'm gonna pull him in here. See if we got him in here right. Hello. Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yep. Yep. We can hear
How's it
you.
going? How's it going? Good evening,
Let's
guys.
see if we can get there.
Evening.
Can you see us?
Not yet. Try to do the how I showed you earlier.
I forgot.
It should be a little picture of the camera where you when you select the channel that you're already in, where it says you see the there you go. It's loading.
By the way, guys,
Yeah, there
we
you
go.
go.
How we doing? Appreciate the support with the Heartbreak Bonds. Yeah, appreciate that very much. I like it. I like it.
That's So this right here for those of you that don't know, these are my parents, Danny and Michelle Dillard, obviously. That's the ones I was talking about last episode. Thank you so much for. I know it's late, and I know, and I know,
Right.
Dad. I know, Dad is usually in bed like 3-4 hours ago, knocked out on the couch or in the bed. But
How you
Yeah,
yeah.
guys how are you guys doing today?
doing
Doing
fine, doing
pretty good.
fine.
Yep.
Amazing, amazing. So, all right, let's kick it off. We'll start asking you guys questions about the podcast. What do you guys think about our first episode we had 2 weeks ago?
I love it. I really like it.
We
It's
appreciate
chill,
that.
real chill, just like y'all are talking, having conversations. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, we try to keep it like that. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So we're gonna focus on the topic about family. So let's start off with how did you guys meet?
You want to answer?
Well, we met in the Air Force. We were both
Okay.
active duty, and we both worked in the hospital.
Oh,
And so he
really?
would come to pick up patients on the ward that I was working on. So we met that way.
Okay, okay. And you guys both being in the Air Force, is that something you guys chose to do on your own, or is that something also that your parents did and you guys just followed then with those footsteps?
I chose it on my own.
Yes, so did I. Yeah, I had an uncle who served in the Air Force. My
Yeah.
dad, my grandfather, both my grandfathers served in the Army. And then actually, when I went to test and enlist to see the recruiter, I went to an Army recruiter. And then I was scheduled to actually go into the Army. And I was laying in bed
Okay.
one night and I was like, nah, I can't do the Army. So,
And you went to
Yeah.
the Air Force? All right.
yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Now, you guys both being in the Air Force, is that something you ever wanted Tory to do? Or is that
Oh
something that you
man.
just let him pick naturally? Like, did you guys ever like put in his ear, like, hey, maybe you want to think about the Air Force. The Air Force is not that bad.
I did. I wanted him to go into the Air
Yeah.
Force. Yeah,
Okay.
just to get that experience in that direction.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so for me, I did not want him to go, but I just wanted him like I think for at least for myself, it was always I wasn't going to college because I couldn't afford it, and I don't think I didn't really have the best. I mean, I had decent grades, but I
Right.
needed something more structured. But I just wanted Tori, from my perspective, to know like he had options. Like it wasn't a bad choice, but he didn't have to do it. So
Okay. And that's funny that you said that you didn't have those funds for college because I'm a union plumber. I work in construction, and I kind of felt the same way going into high school. I was like, yo, ma, I'm not going to go to college. We can't really afford it. This is
Hmm.
alternate right where I could just make money off the bat and still have a good career. And that's what
yeah,
I'm pursuing. That's what I end up pursuing. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So since the topic is about family, can you guys tell us what family means to you guys? Like the definition of family?
so it's an interesting question. I think family is just like a unit of people or humans or whatever that share common culture and love and um, I mean I think that's it. Like they should like they share a common experience,
Hmm.
um,
Mhm.
sh- share traditions, share ideals. So not that you're all one, like always think the same because everybody's going to think differently, but I just think that support each other, a group of people that support each other, not necessarily
Blood,
blood.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
but
So yeah,
because I mean I think like for me I have military friends that are much closer than like I'm an only child. Michelle has lots of brothers and sisters. I'm an only child, but I all of like my military guys I went and ladies, just a lot closer than like cousins and things like that.
okay. Now speaking on that, being an only child, how did you feel growing up being an only child? Did you wish you had brothers and sisters?
Uh, I I think yes and no. Like only like from the standpoint of like anything that had to be done around the house, like it was me. Like it wasn't like a shared.
Right. You had to do it
It
all.
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
everything was on me, and like so it wasn't anybody that could like take blame for things. Or but
Yeah.
then like I didn't know any other way. So, but I think yes, because I knew I wanted my children to have siblings. So
Okay, because the reason I ask is, I have a baby boy. He's about to be 2 in a couple of months, and my girl and I's been talking, and we're like, maybe he's gonna be an only child. Maybe he's not, maybe he's not gonna have any brothers. So he got a lot of cousins. He's good at that department. His cousins could be his brothers and sisters. So I just want to know your feedback. Growing up as an only child, because I grew up with 2 half sisters. I'd have felt so. My sister was forced burn when I was like 7, and those first 7 years was like the best years of my life. I'm just playing. I love my sisters, all right. But it was kind of cool getting everything you want. But like you said, everything fell on you, so you had to do everything. So Michelle, so who are you close to in your family? Like who's the
Oh,
closest to
man.
you? Is it your sister, your
Yeah, my
brother?
sisters. I have, yeah, two of my sisters. And during the pandemic, we kind of FaceTimed all day as we were throughout our workday because we were both at home and working from home. So we kind
Right.
of just talked all day on FaceTime. So it would be my sisters.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
pandemic sucked. A lot of people didn't
Yeah.
get to see their family members and they were away from everybody. Like that kind of sucked, especially that it came through the holidays also.
Yeah.
So now question, did you guys ever plan like having kids? Like not saying that Tori was a mistake, but or
Oh,
was it like
yeah. Let's hear this one.
or was it like it happened type of thing? Or did you guys come into a relationship and say, hey, we both want kids in the future? You
so
told me
so
that don't look too good.
I
I'm
know
the, I'm the baby, so I know
so
I wasn't the mistake.
yeah. So I always wanted kids. Like so, I have a daughter who is their half sister, who's the
Yep,
oldest,
DeAndre.
and then um, then Michelle and I got married and started dating, and got married, and Caleb kind of popped up.
Caleb, don't listen to this part, Caleb.
but Tori was planned, I could say,
Tori, you got
but
what?
there's a caveat to it because like Michelle wanted a girl,
Yep.
so
What was it? What was
Oh,
it? I
man.
think she said, what did you name me after? Tori Spelling?
Yes.
Yep, and it
Yeah.
was Tori because it was either if he's a girl, then Tori will go fine. If he's a boy, either way it'll work.
Okay, yeah,
Right.
that's true. I
Yeah,
had never thought about it like that.
yeah.
That's true.
And I was
Now at least
actually
you
almost named Noah because I was born during a really big flood. I was
yeah,
almost named
really.
Noah. Yeah,
yeah.
Wow.
yeah. My
I never
dad
knew that. That's interesting.
almost didn't make it to the hospital. So
Yeah,
I've been told. And he
that's
cut
true.
my umbilical cord. I guess it was something happened and he
Yeah.
did that.
Okay,
So
that's
yeah,
dope. That's
I
pretty
wouldn't
dope.
be here today if it wasn't for my dad. So
That's pretty dope. So now, at least see, now you got
in
one up
more
against
ways than
Caleb.
one.
If you ever get into the discussion with Caleb, you could be like, at least I was playing, huh? That's good. Have you guys ever tried to keep Caleb and Tori close to their family members, such as cousins and uncles, aunts and stuff like
Yes.
that?
Yeah.
When we moved to Florida, yeah, I most definitely did. My side of the family because there are a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a lot.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that in the last episode.
Yeah.
He definitely did. Were there any life lessons you ever try to teach Caleb and Tori to always remember?
Every single conversation.
Right. I'll let you share that. Like the life
I think I was always teaching life lessons to them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like be respectful. Take care of your mom always. I just think like and I know it's 2022, but there are like some roles that have to be played, by men and women, and that's not to say that's not anything against non-gender. I'm kind of cis, I guess what they call it now, but but
Okay.
um but they grew up in church. That was important for us. Um, Michelle always like wanted them to sit down at the table and eat.
I
even that
like
didn't
that.
always happen. But
Yeah.
I like that. No, I like that a lot. I think, my girl and I, we eat together always. Always, no matter
yeah,
what we're doing, my girl and I, we eat. And my boy now, he eats on his pretty much on his own. So we put him in the high chair, but we always make sure we eat together. I mean, it's like probably once or twice a month where, maybe I'm watching a show, I'm in a game, and then I eat by myself. She does the whole thing, but we always try to keep that eating together because that
yeah.
that's when conversations happen and you see how each
Yes.
other's day is going and
Yeah.
everything, and it's a good family bonding. So I definitely like that without a doubt. Um, let's see. Besides that, any other family traditions you try to show these guys or anything you guys
Um,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, just to be respectful, like especially to adults when they were kids. We always wanted them to kind of yes, ma'am, and yes, sir.
Yeah.
Which
Right.
some people agree with that, some people don't. But we were their parents, so we got to make those decisions. We didn't worry about everyone else. But I mean, they were good boys, man. They got along
Yeah.
well.
See. Yeah.
Always have each other's back. I was a stickler for that. Like,
Yeah.
have your brother's back, like all the time. Like when they came in the house, I would get with them, but like out in public, like I don't care. You always have your brother's back,
Yep.
regardless, that was important to me. So
Now, has there ever been a situation where Caleb had to come save your ass, Tori? Like he had to go meet a bully at school or something like that?
No, no.
Oh,
There's never been anything like he almost did. My parents actually don't know this one. My in ninth grade, man, I in ninth grade, I don't remember. I don't know if it was like the first like 2-3 months. I'm sitting down. I'm just sitting down at lunch with some friends, and this guy walks up to me. He's like, "Yo, that's my seat. You need to get up." And I was like, "What?" No. He was like, "No, that's my seat." I was like, "I don't see your name on it." He was like, "Get up before I make you get up." And I said, "Oh,
oh,
okay. All right. So this is this is what we're doing." And so we got a little fight happened, and then Caleb when Caleb heard about it because Caleb was a senior. I was ninth grade. We were always like 3 years apart. Or yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So he heard about it, and I don't know how he heard about it, but the first thing he said when he saw me, "Who was it? Where is he?" That was the first thing he said to me. "Who was it? Where?" I said, "It's fine. I took care of it. It's fine. It don't matter." He said, "No, no," because nobody's gonna do that. Who is it? Where is he? And I was like, "I don't know where he is. This is who it is." But I mean it.
you
Yeah,
okay? Okay.
yeah.
That's pretty dope. We were like that. I was like that also with my cousins. I remember one time
Mhm.
my cousin Ray was in I think he was in ninth grade. I want to say. I think I was like a junior or sophomore, and some kids were gonna beat him up after school. So I told my best friend was another college. I was like, "Yo, we gotta go leave school early. Go have my cousins back." But it was for no reason because he was a popular guy and he pretty much had like the whole entire school on his side waiting outside to back him up. And I'm like, yo, you made me leave early and you didn't even need me. Like, there's like 30 people right here. What am I even doing here? Like, I could have just finished my classes. But yeah, that's that's pretty close. So what was the experience raising two boys? I'm asking for all the listeners out there that's raising a boy, especially me, that I will be raising a boy. What was that like?
yeah,
It wasn't hard. I thought that I wanted a girl with when Tori came along, but I realized because most of my sisters all have girls, and just looking at kind of like some of the things that they went through with their girls, I am very thankful that I had boys and they gave us no problems. I think I worry about them now more as adults than I ever did as children, as little kids. So
yeah.
it was
Yeah,
it was awesome, and I got to stay at home with them. I
nice.
stayed at home until Tori went to kindergarten, and that was like a traumatic time for me because then I had to actually go out and work full time, and my babies were no longer at home.
Oh yeah,
So, yeah.
I bet
Yeah.
that's gonna hit my girl too when he grows
It
older.
was
He has to go to school.
it was
Yeah.
great for me because I had like sons and brothers because
No.
I do video games with them and
Yeah, yeah, he
or
did. He was a gamer like us back in the
Yeah,
day.
all right,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
but I not to y'all level. I mean, it's
Yeah,
I
yeah.
but,
A lot of
when
me
I
we
was
did.
coming up, it was Atari and Nintendo, like the first generation. So
Yeah,
ColecoVision. Anyway, but so it was cool. I think it was very cool having two sons. I was very grateful that I love my daughter too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, but
Right.
it was just having two sons in the house. I just felt like I could like pour into them, in a different way.
No, that's good. I like that. I like that. Was there any point where either Caleb or Tori, maybe just growing up, was like, Dad, I really want to help in the house. I think I'm gonna start working. Or did you guys just like, no, don't worry about it. We got it. I want you guys to pursue your dream, whether it's school or anything else.
No, man, they had to work, man. They had to work.
Yeah.
No, they didn't have no, but no, they wanted stuff.
Didn't have
So
to.
they, yeah, because they wanted stuff, and I think it was important because I had my first job at like 9 or 10 years old. I had a paper route,
Yep.
and I literally never stopped working from nine,
I
10
remember that day
years
you
old,
told me that.
all the way till now, like all through junior high. I had a paper route. I got to high school. I was a lifeguard.
Mhm.
I went from high school into the Air Force. I was 17 when I enlisted, so like I've been working literally just all my life, and so I just thought it was important for them to understand the importance of having a job, making your own, and we didn't really make them work, but it was highly encouraged.
Because they're
Right. You
Christmas
wouldn't.
gifts
Yeah,
are getting very
Yeah.
expensive on a
yeah,
Yeah.
dollar game
Yeah.
that
I
they would
remember
beat
that.
in a week again.
yeah.
It's like, wait a minute.
And they
Yeah.
wanted another game. It's like, wait, take your time with the first one. You just bought, right? Relax.
Yeah, we beat
Okay.
it. Yeah,
No,
you said that to me the other day. You were like, I hated buying those games because you would beat them in a weekend. It would be a waste of $60.
Yes.
And now the reason I asked that question because one of our listeners they asked me a question of is it messed up if someone, let's say a family member, whether it's a son or a daughter, is helping their family members out money wise, financially, and then they can't because it's holding their dreams back. Is it messed up for that person to stop helping their family?
Yeah, I think all situations are unique. So our son's working wasn't necessarily contributing to the fundamentals of the household. Like I didn't expect them to pay for light bills or food or like we were financially like we made it a point to make sure we always handled our finances very responsibly. And I mean that's a bit my wife just made sure like we weren't never going to be broke or are never going to be broke.
Right.
But I think that there should be a balance. Like if there is an obstacle that's started that's there because someone's working and they can't pursue their dreams as a young person. I think you kind of got to step back and look at your motives for why that individual is working because you shouldn't have to be forced to like as a child you didn't ask to be here.
Right,
So
right, yeah.
so the fact that you're here shouldn't be well. You're here now. You gotta you know contribute to the household. I don't think it's always been like that. I think, especially in our community, when I say our community, I mean like the black community. I don't think you always had the luxury, or even just marginalized communities across the board. Like I don't think you always had the luxury just to pursue your dream. Like just given
No.
how America is, just to be quite frank, like a lot of us just had like it wasn't a choice. I know my parents, like my mom, she had to work just to get school clothes or basic things like that. And no, not necessarily my dad, but so I think that you don't like if you're forcing someone to work to as a child, you might have to step back and look, and just see kind of why is that happening. That's
Exactly.
kind of my
I grew up with a lot of experiences in that with me and multiple people I know, and where they at a young age they had to work to help their families out and they couldn't
Mhm.
keep pursuing these dreams, and I feel like that's a generation curse that I'm definitely going to try to avoid with my son and any of the future children I have, because again, like you said, we didn't ask for the kids to be here. We brought them here. The kid didn't ask to be here. We brought them here.
Right.
So I feel like if your family do need help, help with what you can, but make sure that you're still pursuing your goals and your dreams, and you're still trying to make yourself better. Because if you don't, then you can't really help them out really in the future the way you want to if you just keep trying
Right.
to short yourself now.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that, Tori? You got anything to piggyback off of that?
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Cause like, yeah, help when you can. Just like you said, you help and where and when you can. And if you can't, it's not messed up. You have to put yourself first. Sometimes you have to, you know? So I
Right.
don't know. I mean, I guess unless it's your children, but even like, it's just if is at some point it's not on you, it's not on you all the time. At some point they have to take their responsibility, and it's like, okay, I keep asking you and I keep getting from you. At some point they should be like, I don't like having to keep asking you. I don't like having to put you in that situation of struggle, or put you in that, I guess that, situation of struggle. And I need to take accountability for what I'm doing and how I can move forward and better myself from here on out. So that way, if you need help, I can return that favor and help you.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Have you guys ever wanted Tori and Caleb to do something and they just like, nah, we're not gonna do that? Or
Oh,
try
yeah.
to teach them something, they were like, nah, forget it. I'm not gonna listen to my parents. Then they later come back, you know what, Dad, Mom,
Uh,
you guys were right.
Wait,
Join security forces.
right? Yeah, that's not like,
Yeah.
so he said him come back and say, "Oh, you guys were right."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't want
we
yeah, I didn't want to
that in particular, the job that he chose in the Air
Yeah.
Force, he was like, "Tori, no, that's not a." He's like, "Well, I just, this is what I want to do. I want to go in," and we were like, "Okay."
But see,
Yeah.
at least you guys was like, okay, you guys didn't try to force him. Like, no, you gotta go security forces. You're not doing it at all.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't want to be security. I wanted to be security forces. They were
Oh,
telling
okay,
me,
okay.
don't
Yeah,
do it.
we
Don't
don't
do
want
it.
Okay.
But they were like, if okay, I mean, like, this is, I'm gonna tell you, do what you're gonna do, because your mind seems to be made up. But I don't think that you should do it. I think you should just wait a little while longer and choose a different career field. And
Yeah.
they were
And
right.
that's nothing against. I have a lot of friends that were security forces, so it's nothing against security forces.
Yeah, of course.
It's just,
Yeah,
I didn't want my.
it's a tough.
I just thought a different path would be more beneficial.
Yeah, it's mentally tough. Mentally tough.
Well, nah, it's a lesson you live and you learn.
Yeah.
At what
yeah.
point? At
I never
what
change
point
it though.
during?
I won't go back and change it for anything. I
At what?
still I'm happy that I did it. So
At what point during you doing security forces did you go to your parents? It's like, man, you guys were right. At what point
actually,
did you
I
admit
can
it?
tell you the day that I decided I wanted to get out. It was just
Okay.
we had a recall, which is just after you're done. Like, we just had like a 12-hour day, and a recall is if you're not at work, or if you're at work, or whatever is going on right now, wherever you are, you need to get to the squadron right now because something happened, right? And so we had a recall. I had just got done, 12-hour day. I'm getting ready to leave, man. All my stuff, getting ready to leave. Get supervisor lets us know. Can't go. We got a recall. So we were like, oh man, okay, hopefully it's just like an hour long. Hopefully it's just like, 30 minutes, hour long. They're just gonna tell us something and then it'll be done. Nah, man, that recall, so I did a 12-hour day, and that recall lasted like 4 or 5 hours. In 2 or 3 of those hours were us standing there in formation.
Oh,
And I don't know, it's like I sat there and we were sitting in formation, we're standing at attention, and I was like, man, everybody here just looks like, we just look like robots, man. Like, we just look like, I don't know, it just felt weird to me. Cause like I would see like one of my higher ups sitting there, and I like, there's a rank structure. Obviously, I get that, and I understand how it works. It's not for me anymore, but we had one of our higher ups standing there at attention for our commander, and like, I'm like, this man is like 40 something years old. Our commander's like 30 something, and it's just like, it was like just weird, just seeing that happen. I was like, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know how to really explain it. It was just multiple situations where I realized I should have listened to my parents. Like, I had one guy that was a higher rank than me, but I was 25 at the time. He was 24. He called me. He was like, "Hey, kid." I was like, first off, I was like, don't call me kid, bro. I was like, 'cause I'm older than you. I was like, if you can just call me by my name or like whatever, but don't call me kid. Like, don't do that. It was just multiple things that just made me realize
Like that's it
Yeah,
wasn't
I
it.
should have just and it's just I just should have listened. Honestly,
Did
I should have just
did you
listened.
call him that day or the next day? It was like, yeah, you know, you guys were
I don't
right.
know. I don't know when I called them and told. I can't. I don't know the exact time I told them. I know the time I realized it. I don't know when I told them I should have listened to him. I don't remember the exact day, but I do remember telling them.
Okay, and what's pretty dope about that because Tori mentions it all the time that he calls you Michelle pretty much every single time he's driving home.
Really does.
Oh,
How
This
dear
is
are
better.
those conversations you hold and the conversation
oh
you have
my
with
gosh.
Michelle?
I try and clear my day at lunchtime because his lunch is at noon. Then he gets off at 5. So I'm like, if I see it's noon, I'm like, oh my gosh, I better go get my phone because he kind of acts a little crazy if I don't answer on the first ring. But no, but we talk and we're like friends, like
Yeah,
best
it's nice.
talking about everything,
No,
everything.
that's
Yes,
that
and I
that's
love it.
good. I've seen it multiple times. We be gaming and he'd be like, "Oh, hold on, my pops is calling. Hold on, my mom's calling. I gotta pick this up." Like, doesn't matter what he doing, he picks up and talks to you guys, and that's an amazing thing. I talked about in the last episode, communication with your parents and your loved ones.
Mm,
I feel like that's key. You got to constantly keep that with that because you know you never know what happens from one moment to the next. You know, this
yeah.
is a cruel world we live in, and things do happen.
Yeah.
So also on the last episode, I did throw Tori a curveball, so I'm gonna throw it at you guys. Who's your Who's your favorite contestant? There's a favorite. They gotta be a favorite. You cannot tell me there's not one that you like more than the other. It has to be. It's okay. Caleb or Tori will still love you guys the same.
No, I love them both the same. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's like favorite things you have about your child. You know, there are things that that you really admire or hold very dear. But here's the thing, man. Like, so I'm a junior. Like I'm named after my father, and that's fine. But I didn't want like a third, like Danny Dillard the third or the
Okay.
fourth, because I just wanted each of them to have their own personalities, their own space, their own identities, unique from just uniquely theirs, or we did, you know.
Right.
And so I mean that goes back to like there are things that Tori and I do together that we enjoy, and there are things that Caleb and I do together that we enjoy, and then there's like things that DeAndre and I do or talk about that
Mhm.
you know that are just unique. And so I really enjoy just having those unique spaces with each of the kids or the children. They're not kids.
Right.
I don't.
Right.
The
You know, we
boys.
The
get it.
boys,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
we
I
get
don't
it.
know they're the favorite.
Now you being
It's
the
not.
second, did you ever tell your pops like, damn, why you ain't give me my own name? Why I gotta be a second? Did you ever feel like that?
You know, it's weird, man, because like me and my dad, so we're close, super close now, and we were always close, but I think we're closer now. Like my parents divorced when I was like 1971 or so. Like I split up then, and I was like 5, and
Hmm.
so I wouldn't see my dad as often as I wanted to, but um um we're still close. We're super close now, but it wasn't that I asked them why they named me after him, but like I'm 55, and when I'm still little Danny, or
They still see
people
little
still
Danny.
call me that, and so I'm actually bigger than my father, like
Right.
stature wise, but I'm still little Danny, even at my age with 6 grandchildren total for me, but but yeah, I mean it's I mean it's kind of honorable, but then I kind of like, well, I kind of could have had my own unique name. And here's the interesting thing is we both had our identity stolen, my father and I.
Oh, that
And
sucks.
so I don't know if like one was part of the other, one, and so I don't know. Every once in a while, it's kind of like they get us mixed up. So that's kind of a pain in the butt.
Not so. Are you close with your grandparents?
I am. Yeah, I'm close. My grand lives. She lives close. She didn't always live close, but um, she moved out to Florida to be closer to us. Yeah, I'm close with her. She actually she I don't remember this, But when we were younger, me and my
Mhm.
brother, we were just hyper. Like she was watching us, and we were just super hyper, right? Like we were just all over the place, like driving her crazy. And she gave us it was like a teaspoon, a little teaspoon of beer in it. We just went straight to sleep. Like we just calmed straight down, right? But we yeah, I'm close with them. I'm close with my grand. I'm close with my grandpa on my dad's side. My I was close with my mom's mom, my grandma on my mom's side. She's no longer with
Mhm.
us, but I was close with her too. We would see her all the time. We'd go see her all the time.
Have you ever tried to manipulate your grandparents over your parents? Like I'm gonna get grandma and
Nah,
granddad on you guys
man,
now.
they're in sync, man. There's no that
Nah,
wasn't even that's not even it wasn't that's not even possible. You couldn't do it with my mom and dad. You couldn't do it with them. It's I don't
nah,
know. It's they're in sync. There's no. I didn't even attempt it. I
nah.
was too scared to even try it.
I'm like one of my grandma's favorite grandkids. So anything I wanted, even if my mom wasn't giving it to me, my grandma would give it to me. I'm like, yo, my mom would come. I'm like, yeah, I don't want that. And my
Oh
grandma would be
no.
like, what you want, baby? I'm like, yeah, grandma, go ahead, go throw me something down else in the kitchen. My mom would be hella pissed,
No, we were in
hella
sync.
pissed. Because if not, I'd be like, yo, ma, don't make me get your mom on you, ma. You know I'm one of her favorites. Don't. I go call grandma right now. All right, I call grandma right now. Um,
That's funny.
is there any questions you guys have for us about the podcast, family, or anything you guys want to talk about?
I don't have a question, man, but I really like what you guys are doing. I think that the chemistry and the vibe is really great. You know, I'm honored to be part of it here, and just I think it's very authentic. You know, which
Appreciate
is
it.
very important. It's not like forced or rehearsed. It's just very authentic. So I'm very happy for you guys.
Now, appreciate it very
Thank you.
much. And knowing Tori as long as I did, I think you guys did a great job raising him. Right? He's definitely a free thinker and outspoken guy. Stands by his morals and he stand by his morals and stand by his points, and he's not scared to voice his opinion. And I think, especially not only being a male, but being a black male in America, that's a good thing. That's a good
Yeah.
thing. Him and I haven't really argued much, but we had a
Yeah.
little arguments here
Yeah.
and there. But other than that, we're cool, and we hit it off very quick. So,
Yeah, for
thank you
sure.
guys for bringing Tori in and having him in my life. So, I gotta appreciate you
Yeah.
guys. Thank you guys for coming to this
Yes,
podcast.
thank you.
You're
We
welcome.
appreciate to this first guest appearance and many more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
you
you
got to
got
come to
any?
Florida, man. You got to come to Florida. We got to
I
Yeah.
do.
come to the
I
house.
do, I do. I know. I tell him all the time, but every time I go to Florida, he's like 8 hours away, and I'm like,
Yep.
"How? We're in
Yeah.
Florida. How are you 8 hours? Why is Florida like this? How are you 8 hours away? Like, so.
Yeah.
You guys have anything? You have anything else for your parents, Tori?
No, man. I thank you for doing this. I know it's late, like I said before, but I really appreciate you guys staying up to do this. So thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys for coming. We guys, we're gonna continue this podcast with our next guest. Thank you, Danny and Michelle, for being here, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right,
Good
thank you.
night.
Good night.
That was
Yeah,
nice.
so
That was
guys,
nice.
that's pretty much dope. Like you just seen, and I've said it in the podcast before. If you guys ever want to be a guest appearance on this podcast, or even be a guest talking about a previous topic or a future topic, all you guys have to do is just email us at ArabianPapi podcast at gmail.com, or hit us up in our own personal IGs
Yeah.
or Twitch or whatever. Just get in contact with us, and we won't mind having you guys here.
At
All
all.
right,
At all. Will not mind at all. For real.
we love this idea and we want to get you guys involved. So now we're gonna bring out second guest or third guest because there were two here
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
We're gonna bring my cousin Wilfred here and we're gonna talk about
Wilfred.
more about family. So let me move him up. Uh, till this,
Yeah, I get him.
I can't even. You probably
I
gotta
got
move
you.
him. Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
I got you.
Hey, brother man, what's going on?
Wilfred.
Wilfred, how
Can
you
you hear
doing?
us?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
perfect. Let's go ahead and turn that cam on, guys. By the way, we are live on Twitch. So if you're listening to this
Oh,
just the
there he
audio and
is.
not watching the
What's
video,
up? Hey,
we are
there's the
live on
kid.
Twitch. We will always have this live on Twitch. Everybody here, welcome Wilfred, aka Rogue R700. He is the captain for Disciple of the Society Gaming. You can follow him on IG on Rogue R700. He provides beautiful news about Call of Duty, Apex, and a whole bunch of things. This dude is cracked. He's insane. He should definitely be up there as one of the big time streamers. This dude's a beast in the games he
Yes,
play.
sir.
Wilfred, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing amazing, man. Today's my brother's 20th birthday. Can I get
Oh,
like a little
Facts.
really?
shout out?
We was gonna
Is
shout
it
out. I was
really?
gonna shout out. Yeah, it is
Happy
Sebas
birthday,
20th
Shout
birthday.
out to my
Happy
little
birthday.
guy, man.
Happy birthday. Unfortunately, I couldn't be here tonight, so I give you, my listeners, a podcast. And he stepped away real quick from the pod to be part of this podcast. You know, that's just how much family means to us. But shout out
Big
to
time,
Saba
big
and
time.
shout out for him be completing 20. You know, that's another milestone, as people know. And a lot of people talk about it, but it is really a milestone for a minority to reach this certain
Yeah.
age, especially on the areas we live. Like we grew up in the Bronx, New York, and as you can see, New York is very, very, very hot, very hot. But yeah, we're fit. So tell us,
Most
Sup,
what do you
definitely,
man?
most definitely.
what do you think about the podcast so far?
I think it's fucking great. To be honest, it's just amazing. Listen,
Thank you.
I'm just gonna speak to the heart. I don't give two craps on how everybody feel, how I talk. This is how I'm gonna talk, and this is how I was like born and raised how to talk. And I could also talk professionally if I need to, but this podcast is so freaking amazing and excites me. I could feel it in my soul that this is gonna just go.
I
We
That's
appreciate
it.
appreciate it.
that.
Appreciate
I'm gonna be in a yacht. That's how I feel. I'm gonna be in a yacht just like this.
And we ever get to that point where we in the yacht, don't worry. We're gonna have we're gonna throw hella parties for all our listeners. We're gonna be in that shit like, hey, hey, hey.
Turn it up. Like man, I'm really yo, no funny shit. Like for real, I ain't gonna lie, I'm really gonna be like this.
Now fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch.
I'm gonna be just like that. As soon as this joint hits. Soon.
Man.
Not
Appreciate
not
it.
not no, not no like oh if or but no, soon. It's gonna hit soon.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. So let's talk about the topic of today, family. What does family mean to you,
Family,
brother?
family.
What does it mean to you?
Family? Hit me with the questions like that, Kev.
Yeah, tell me, talk about it. Tell me what family means to you.
Well, family is just like, what it means to me is just like gotta be someone that you're going to protect no matter what, and then that person gotta do the same thing for you, you know?
Now, does that somebody? So now you talk about that. Let's say you're really close to someone, right? And you
What's
love
up?
them to death, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they can't provide or they can't protect you at the moment. They still consider family to you.
Of course. No matter what, because you know what? If they are able to do the same thing for me, if I'm in that shoes, I expect them to, do the same thing for me, you know?
But
I'm
that's what
gonna
I'm
take
saying.
care of him.
That's what I'm saying. But what happened if they can't? So they're no
If
longer
they can,
family.
no, they know, nah, of course not. Hell no. The hell? You help him up. You pick his ass up,
Yeah.
Okay.
no
Okay.
matter what. But if he's not
Understood.
willing to take it, no problem. I'm gonna respect you, but I'm not gonna treat you any different. If it was you and you're struggling, hell yeah, I'm gonna help you out. I'm not
Okay.
gonna leave you. I'm gonna pick you up in my shoulder and we're gonna go la 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 la. That's it. Top of the fucking hill. That's it.
Yeah.
And how
Like
close
Yeah. Yeah.
and how close are you to your family?
I'm very close with my family.
You very close to your mom and your dad and your brother.
Of course, no matter what. I like those are my like those are my those are my people, man.
Yeah.
I'll do anything
It's the
for them,
day
man.
ones.
Even
It's the day
even
ones.
That's the day ones.
even though you and your brother fight a lot, cause you and your brother
Oh
argue
man,
a
man.
yo
lot, bro.
man. Even though he gives me a freaking headache, shout out to him again on his birthday. Love you, bro. But this guy, I be wanting to give him a wedgie. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Oh,
Was there ever a moment maybe in life not now where you were like, man, fuck you, Seb, don't even talk to me, bro. I hate you.
oh my god. No, no funny shit. No, not hate. We would never stoop to that level of hate.
Right.
We would just be like this, like, yo, bro, just don't talk to me right now. Just shut up. Just shush. Just shush. Just shush. And then after that, he would come back with a smart comment. I'm like, oh, make me shush. I'm like, oh my god. And then you just you keeping your patience low, and then he's the younger brother and he doesn't understand still. But
Hmm.
no
Hmm.
matter what, I know if somebody were to like treat me any type of way or stupid or dumb around anybody, he's gonna be the first one there by my side.
Yes,
And
sir. Yes, sir.
like any other dude, he's the brains, I'm the bronze. Somebody fuck with him, that's it. I'm coming in. That's how it's gonna be, no matter what. Even with my closest friends, my closest brothers, which is Kevin, and as well as Tori and the rest of the viewers of Ship as well. They all family to us, and I truly appreciate everybody, showing these two guys support. They really do deserve it, no matter what.
Appreciate it. I feel like growing up with siblings, sometimes you have fallen out. Did you, Tori? Did you and your brother ever have them falling out? I feel like that's a common thing, no?
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah, of course.
course. Yeah, me and my brother, we fought all the time. Like fist fight. Like we would fight for real, fight all the time. But like even after that, like we get in a fist fight, whatever happens, we fight, we fight, we fight. But afterwards, it's like I still love you. It's like
And it-
I still love you, and nobody's ever gonna mess with you. You hear me? Like
You said it. You
Yeah.
I
said it.
mess with you. I'm the only one that messes with you. As soon as somebody else decides to hop in there, I'm getting in there. Like yeah, it's like that's how it is.
Now, what's like the
100%.
biggest time frame of a fallout you would let happen between you and your brother, or or another sibling?
For me and Caleb, I'd say probably like a day, not
A
even a
day?
full day. Yeah, no, we don't stay mad at each other like that. We don't really we don't really hold grudges, cause like, yeah, we would do some petty stuff here and there to each other and just to make each other mad, right? But
Mm-hmm.
we would know it was just
Out of
like
anger.
yeah, out of anger or like how we do in Discord when we're playing games and stuff. We be egging each other and we try to make each other mad sometimes, bro. Like we just be trying. And it's just we do it just to do it,
Yeah,
That's just
I
it's
feel
like that's the
that.
boys.
Yeah.
Like I think of like my brother, it's like that's like the original boy. Like that's my original, like, like, oh, these are the boys. My brother's the OG, like that's the
Right.
yeah, like it's just
Now,
yeah.
but I think you can tell. You could have tell from now. My cousins and I were super fucking competitive. That sometimes it just gets fucking toxic. Sometimes we just get fucking toxic. I talk so
Yeah.
much shit to Wilfred,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
And
you
Wilfred knows
do.
it,
Mhm.
and they get so much fucking. I'm like, yo, shut up, you
Yeah.
fucking bum. You a bum.
Yeah.
Shut.
Like,
And then he'd be
bro,
like, shut up with your 2 kill ass. Get your damage up. Get your damage up.
bro,
Yeah.
So
it'd be
toxic.
really that bad. But sports is even worse. It's just like
Oh,
I'm
when
like,
we
dog,
playing,
Don't let
oh,
this
we're
nigga
forget
start
about it.
hearing
God,
y'all.
man.
Yo, the biggest bullshitter, number one bullshit is Cully. Yo, if you're playing, if he's on the other team, Cully would try his best to get
Get
you
in your
typed.
head.
He be like this, like, yeah, they arguing. Yeah, look at
Yeah.
them. Wait, why you
Oh,
mad?
yeah.
Why you mad? Yeah, you bum. Yeah, yo, he would be,
But
yo,
put the little song right there too. Like, hold on,
yo,
let me stir it up. He stirs the pot real good. He knows how to get in people's head. Which
yeah.
is
And another
dope.
one that we get ahead is his brother Saba. Oof. He
Oh
comes in,
man.
play football with his Spider-Man hat, and then when
Yeah.
you start talking, so he has the red on, right? He has the red hat of Spider-Man. We start talking shit, and then he get him set. Then he flips it to the black, and now he
He,
get all serious and shit like that.
he gets serious. Like it's
Yeah,
just like it's very competitive, but it won't lead to a certain extent. Now, if we
Yeah.
versus like a different team, like it's all of us against a different team. Oh
Game
no,
over there. Yeah.
yeah, that's it. That's it. You're gonna have all of us talking shit. That's it.
yeah,
Just all
no,
of us. And
and
you
that's
brought up a topic too about like the gaming and shit. Or well, about you and your brother like egging each other on. Me and my brother is like big time gaming competitors. We would talk so much crap
Yeah.
about that too. I made
Yeah.
my brother cry one time.
but I think your brother's better than you though. Low key, I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see
Now
that.
he
Yeah.
is. Now he is. I give him
Yeah.
the crown now.
Everybody's a
But
beast.
I give him the crown now. But I still make him cry. Don't even get it twisted. I'll give him run for his money at least on Destiny or something.
I,
I know he'd
I
be shocked.
think there was like a period in time where where we were just, I think we was in a mall, and then Seba pushed Wilfred, and we was like, "Oh, Wilfred, you
Oh
gonna let
my
Seba
god.
manhand you like that? Yo,
It
why
was
you
so
let him manhand yo,
it
Seba?
was
You the
so
big brother."
instigating. Oh my god. I was tight. I was tight. I was tight. I really wanted to like give my brother the wedgie that day, bro. I really did, bro.
I
That guy was
mentioned
getting me so tight.
I mentioned the fallout because I've seen a lot a bunch of times where sisters and brothers, they have a fallout, and sometimes it fucking even lasts years, and they're like, "Damn, like I wish I would have broke this whatever we had between us before, and we reconnected, you know." So if any of our listeners is out there listening right now and you have a fallout with a sibling or close friend, be the bigger person. Just fucking stop it. If you truly love that person, just stop it. Just be like, yo, what's up? Let's talk about the situation. let's express our feelings and let's get past that. You know, I think that's really major key about that
Mm-hmm.
without a doubt.
For
Um,
sure.
I agree with that definitely.
Wolf,
Without
so let's talk
yo,
about
what's up?
a little sensitive topic.
Hmm,
You're a big family man, and a lot of people can say that. How do you
of
feel
course.
growing up and having to help your family out in situations, just personal life situations? What are your thoughts about that? Being a young man and helping your family out
Good.
in life?
I feel good.
Yeah.
You know, it been the type of situations that I didn't know what I wanted to do as a career, and thank God I got this job, and shout out to my aunt, that hooked me up with this job, man. Because right now I would not be helping on my family. I probably wouldn't be even having a car or anything or any of this equipment.
Right.
But
That's good. Was there ever in a point where you just like feel overwhelmed, like fuck, I'm not doing enough, or fuck, I wish I could do more?
sometimes you're gonna feel like that, but it's all based on the mind, Like you cannot let your mind eat you up, thinking like you're not doing the best you can. You can't just think like that. Because then after that, it just bothers you, and you're not gonna be able to sleep. You get all that stressful feeling. It sucks, man, when you start thinking like that. But
Right.
when it comes to like thinking like that, it's just like nah, I never want to be in that situation. That I can never help my family. Never want to
Right.
be in.
And the reason why I asked is like referring right back to that
Mm,
listener that asked me that question. You get what I'm saying? Because there's many situations where people they want to help their families, but they want to pursue their dreams, so they don't know what to do. You get what I'm saying? Have you
yeah.
ever felt like fuck, I'm not pursuing my dreams because I gotta help my family? Or you're like, fuck, you know what? I could do both. I can help my family and pursue my dreams.
That's a good question, Kev. That is really a good question. But when it comes to like doing all that stuff, it's kind of a big deal. But honestly, it's just like how can I say? If I was able, right now, I'm focusing on myself, and my parents do understand that. I'm doing back to school. I'm doing taking my IT courses. It's definitely hard. I'm not a school person, but
Right.
having their support and my little brother as well, like guiding me, and you guys as well, guiding me to the right direction and pushing me forward,
Mm-hmm.
and taking your guys' advice is like one of the best things that I can ever hear for, and it's just like it's one of the best. But
What?
I don't. What
No,
happened?
go
What's
ahead.
up?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
But yeah, like if anything comes to that, no matter what, they always show me support. No matter what, they show me time.
What's one thing your parents has ever taught you that you still follow to this day? Like one lesson or an advice or a conversation they told you when you were younger, now that you hold dear to your heart.
My pops don't do nothing stupid.
That's
Yeah,
that's,
man.
that's pretty much the gist of it.
That's
That's
it.
Yeah,
That's
that
it.
that's
Like
that
literally,
covers so much right there.
that
literally,
good.
He
don't
covered
do
it. He
nothing
covered
stupid.
everything with that simple
Like
phrase.
literally, that's it. Like literally, I was young. I was like, I just got in the fight, and my my little Ray's telling the story. I call his pops, and I was big. I was big on fighting. I was always fighting. I was always fighting. And all you hear in Spanish, Kevin could translate in Spanish. Um, for, oh shit, he knocked him out. Oh my god, he knocked him out. I knocked out a kid, and then my pops pulled me to the side, grabbed me by the ear. What are you doing? He spit on my jacket. Spit on your jacket. And then after that, my pops was gonna even knock out the father. I'm like, all right. And then after that, literally grabs me to the side. Don't do nothing stupid. And then after that, you just you made me clear my head. And that's the phrase he always said to me. Don't do nothing
It
stupid.
kind
Because
of
remember,
brings
I
you
was a
back.
kid.
hmm
Yeah, I
It
was a
kind of
kid.
brings you back. Yeah, okay, I got
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
You don't want to do that in front of your kid.
hmm
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and for him to calm down, relax, and thank God, his family member was there. It probably something stupid would have happened. You
So
know?
that's good. Now you think when you're about to do something stupid, your
Yeah, you
pops just
say,
pops on the back of your
Yeah.
head.
don't do
Don't
nothing.
do nothing stupid, Wilfred. Don't do nothing stupid.
Exactly. Even though we as we all was kids, we did something stupid.
Yeah, you
No
may.
matter
Yeah, you
what.
got the mistakes
No
in there,
matter
here and
what.
there.
But
Yeah,
you learn
without a
from it.
doubt. Yeah, that's what life is about. You learn from it because it's crazy. Because I was picking back at that. It was a situation. This is how close we are with a family, right? There was a situation where so Rain Cully's pops, Little Rain. That's what he's talking about. His birthday's in it's in June,
July,
right?
July,
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 July. You're
July.
right, July. His birthday's in July, so he celebrates the whole month. That's his birthday. His birthday's the whole month. He's partying the whole entire month. He says
For
straight up, "Yo,
real.
my birthday's whole entire month." We were chilling outside the block, and I think it was like 2, 3 in the morning. And I'm sitting in the
Oh, I
car
remember this.
with my aunt Damaris and my cousin Emily's in there, right? And Little Ray goes, "Yo, Kev, go with Damaris, go park the car, because I think the car was double parked. Go park the car and come back." So she goes up the block. I'm with her with Emily, right? She parks the car, and we start walking back towards them. We're 1 block away, and then this dude just hops off his steps right in front of his house. He start going psst, 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 psst. I'm thinking he hollering at my aunt. I'm like, "Yo, chill, bro. Yo, like, I'm like, yo, chill." I'm side on him. I'm like, "Yo, chill, stop, chill. Don't do that." And he keeps going psst, psst, like he's being persistent. I'm like, "Yo, chill." So the man was like, "Kevin, shut up. Just leave him alone." It's like, "Nah, this dude is wilding right now." It's like, "Yo, chill." And we keep walking. We keep walking. There's like two other guys in the corner. And he keep going psst, psst. I'm like, "Yo, chill." And out of nowhere, he comes and just hits me on the side of the head. Boom! And I stumble. He caught me right here. I stumble. I didn't know what to do in that situation because he hit me and there's two other people in the corner. I don't know if he's with them. So I don't know what's going on. So my cousin
That's
Emily,
that street smart.
Emily takes off running. I'm like probably 15 at that time. Takes off running. This dude's probably like 26. She takes off running to Little Ray. Little Ray, Kevin got hit. Yo, he comes back to that dude, washes him. I'm talking about washes him. I think Little Ray at this
Badly.
time was probably in his 40s. This dude's like 26. I'm talking about washes him. After he finished beating him up, all my family members that was hanging around in front of the building, because there was a bunch of us, because I told you it was his birthday, we're all standing around watching him wash him. After he finished washing them up, he's like, "And don't touch my fucking nephew ever again." And he starts pointing at family members. "That's my cousin. That's my brother. You don't touch him ever again. You hear me?" After washing them, introducing everybody in the family, talking about, "Yo, don't touch him ever again."
Mm-hmm.
Crazy
That
part
shit
is
is
I would
crazy.
see him a couple of times later in the block, like during the daytime, and every time he would pass me, he put his head down, like, "Damn, I can't even look this man's way. I can't
Mm-hmm.
even look this man's way, yo." But that just shows how tight family is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Most definitely.
Have you got any questions for Tori?
Oh man.
Yeah,
Like,
actually. Yeah. So Wilfred,
wait, whoa, 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 whoa,
Yeah,
Tori,
Tori's gonna
Papa.
ask you
You
a
should
question. Yeah.
wait. Now you gonna ask me a question?
yeah,
Dang,
man.
I'm getting beat up
I'm
today.
actually really curious about this. So we
Wow,
kind of
what's up?
touched on it in the last episode. How how I was saying, like I think when that like there's always I feel like something happens for someone to like for to you to
To be
consider somebody
retaliate?
family, right? Was there anything that you and Kev? At what point were you like, dang, this man right here, Kev, man, this man right here, that's family. That's my family.
Man, all right. Just play Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy's the OG.
Final Fantasy. PlayStation 1, we was chilling and vibing, and after that we just clicked. Sleeping over, I slept over at his house. It was we got so tight, we got so comfortable that he was even taking me out to movies, like any army movie. I love any army movie that comes out. He thought of me like this. Yo, Woodford, get dressed. We going to the movies. We gonna do this. To the point that I know if something ever bad happens to my nephew or to to my sister that with the wife that he's with right now, and for him, I think I'll lose it. I'll lose it with anybody. Like literally, if you touching my family, you can touch me all you want. I don't care. But if you touch my family,
Mhm.
that's you're gonna see a different Warfare, a bad side of Warfare. There was to a point that somebody tried to get in Kevin's house, and we ran. Me and Kev ran.
Oh, well, it was like 6 of us that ran. Like, so my
And,
sister's home
I,
alone at that time,
yeah, there
and
was alone.
these kids, like, so we lived in the second floor, but we had this like patio in the backyard
He
of
was
our,
in a bad
like in our
neighborhood
second
too,
floor.
man.
I don't know why we had like a little backyard on the second floor. It was weird as shit, weird as shit.
Mhm.
So these
Hmm.
kids were playing and they got into the backyard onto that little patio, but they didn't know how to get
One
down from that
second,
little
guys.
patio because because again we lived on the second floor, so they got up there, but they didn't know how to get down. So they tried to actually open the window of my house and get in, but
Mhm.
they couldn't. And my sister seen them and got scared, and she called me. She was like, "Oh, these guys." She said, "These guys." I didn't know they were kids. They were kids. She's like, "These guys to try to break into the house." And like I said, the way we were close, like every weekend we would spend time at his house. We be playing fucking spades, cards, dominoes, whatever. So it's just a bunch of us there bobbing, drinking, playing cards and dominoes and whatnot. And I get the phone call and I'm like, "Yo, what happened?" "All these guys try to break into the house." I was like, "What?" And I
Back,
hang up
come
the
back.
phone and they're like, and they look at me and they see I got this grunted face on. They say, "Yo, what happened?" I say, "Yo, some people try to break into my house. My sister was there." Yo, me and Wolf were just jetted. And my uncle's jetted right after us, well, along with my cousins. Like we just all ran, like we were ready to fuck them up. Like we
Yeah.
was gonna beat the shit out of them. And when we got there, they weren't there. Then my sisters came down and they were like chilling up the block. She's like, they pointed, it was 3 kids. And it was like, oh, okay.
Oh,
And
it
then
was
the
just
cops
kids.
came and stuff like that. And I was like, yo, nah, I'm not gonna press charges. They were kids. They don't know what they were doing. But the fact that we was just ready to fuck some people up, like
Mm-hmm.
Man.
we was ready. We were ready, bro.
So
Yeah,
it was-
that was very
And
bad.
we ran, like we ran blocks, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a
Mm-hmm.
10-minute walk from my house to his house when I lived at my mom's. It was like a 10-minute walk, and we ran that whole shit. We just
That's when Kevin was in track
killed it.
too. He was
Facts,
he was
facts,
track.
Man,
Man.
so
facts.
it was kind of so it was just basically it was just kind of something like y'all met and y'all just clicked right off the bat. You met and it was just kind of
Click.
like it was just a thing. Yeah, you had one thing in common. That's all it took.
One thing, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's
One
nice.
little
That's
thing.
nice.
Now he's in the dark side with anime too, which is good too. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
he's
I'm
on the
very
dark
happy for
side.
that
Not
too.
only is he on the dark side with anime, but he's also on the dark side with anime, and he stopped watching it dubbed.
Yeah, but that's because I had no
I know
choice, though.
He
That's
had no
because I have no
choice, but he
choice. Like,
finally.
don't get me
Understand.
wrong. Like, if I still can continue watching the dub, I still continue. I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say. Any listener gotta say. I like, yo. The thing is, I can't sit down and watch, just focus on anime the whole entire thing. I'm always doing something else. So having a dub, I can hear what's going on. Having a sub, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I can't even. I gotta watch it because I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, but
You know
you
what I'm saying?
realize that
man.
emotion that comes with the subbed.
Yeah,
Real.
nah,
It's like
Those
Money
voice
Heist,
actors
you
are
know?
amazing. Those voice actors are
Mhm.
amazing, bro. You can hear that emotion in there, man.
without a doubt. Now, Wolf, is there any questions you have for us?
Uh, I think I got one question for both of you guys. What is the
Sure.
craziest thing of like college party you guys ever went to?
College
College
party.
party?
Yeah, like one college party that it was just like, one of the best parties in your entire life. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be a college party. It could be any type of party.
Man,
Tori, you wasn't a party animal? I see.
I mean, I kind of was, but I think I'm kind of corny though. I'm corny, bro. So I'm
we love
corny
corny.
to
We are
people out
corny.
there, right? So you don't have to believe me. Y'all were listening, don't have to believe me, but the best time I had at a party was actually my mom's birthday. My dad had threw this.
Really?
It was a surprise party for my mom, and he had threw this big thing. He had rented out this like convention center, or whatever, this like hall, like little ballroom kind of thing, and he had
Oh, that's
rented it out,
nice.
and he had her sisters come out and surprise her. But man, like I don't know what it was about that day, but it was just, bro, it was such a good time. Like we were doing line dances, we were just out there just dancing,
Oh
electric slide,
man,
all
that
the
must have been
things, man, just
amazing.
cha-cha slide, doing all the just dances, and it was just having a good time, bro, not worried about anything. It was, and I always think back to that day. Like it was just, I don't know. That was my, I guess that was my favorite. I don't know, craziest party. We threw a lot of parties back home. Like before I joined the military, me and my brother, we were living together. My parents moved out, and we stayed at a house we grew up in. And
Oh, it was just
man, we had a lot of parties, man. Like it was, I
Me,
can't
I
even
can.
intense.
think of one,
I
man. Like it was,
I have a lot of experiences. Like
yeah.
one with like so me, like I told you, like the last podcast I told you, you know, me and my cousin we always did different things. So me and Ray, we will party a lot together. So my best bud was Pace, Pace University. And we used to go there and party a lot. Like they used to have this thing called Towns Day, which is a weekend where they just throw parties and all different townhouses. There was a bunch of townhouses together, and each townhouse like was throwing their own separate party. There's a lot of sororities and damn, what's fraternities and stuff like that.
I
So
remember
me,
that
so
townhouse
Ray,
party, man.
so Ray and I would go just bulk wild in those parties, and we would just have OD fun. And then there was another crazy like Ray and Guns when they get lit, especially Ray when Ray gets lit, he will talk to anybody and everybody,
Conversation.
and he will have people that don't know him thinking he was like a kingpin. Like we was in fucking a party out there in Fordham, right? It was me, Ray, Guns, and there was a couple of other cats that was with us, and Ray was super lit, and Ray was telling everybody how much fucking drugs this nigga push. It had people thinking he was a kingpin. And then Guns was at the party with a suit, had Guns thinking Guns was like his manager. And these guys were just scamming niggas for money. Like they was just giving these guys money. It was like, yeah, just give us, 100. We're gonna flip it for you, this and that. And they would just like scam them, and they just left with bread, and that shit was just like they
That's
really thought these
insane,
niggas were like
bro.
some high rollers. They really thought like Ray was like some gangster dude, and Guns was like his manager, some like high key profile dude, because he's in a suit in a party. So everybody wants to talk to them, take pictures with these guys, and we got drinks and shit for free. It was just like crazy. It was nuts. It was just
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah. I might
It was
have a
crazy.
story
That's
when I
insane.
eventually come visit New York. Maybe I will have a crazy, crazy story.
I hope
'Cause
so, man. I hope so, cause yeah,
talking as much as we talked to Guns, man, the things he told me we were gonna do.
Oh no, the guns kidnap people. He's like he like
Yo,
Ghostbusters. He keeps you in that machine and that's it. He doesn't let you out, bro.
bro, if this man ever tells you, yo, come out to eat or come out to drink and not drive, just forget it. You're not coming home till the next day. Because
Yeah.
he's your driver. So it's either A, you pay like a $60 cab to go home, or you stay partying with this dude till the next morning. This dude hit me up and we was like, it was like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He's like, yo, get ready at 3, we out to eat. Yo, bro, I ain't getting home till 3 in the morning from 3 o'clock the afternoon.
Oh
We
my
was just
god.
supposed to go get something to eat, bro. We visited like 4 different restaurants, like 3 different bars, bro. We was like, I looked at him, I said, yo, bro, I'm gonna go. He said, you gonna go home? I said, yo, bro, I'm tired, bro. I'm gonna go home. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna continue partying. And I think Kelly met him at the other spot later, or he kept continuing partying with him, bro.
Oh
That
my
shit was
god.
like,
I was
yo,
insane. There,
that
there
shit
was
was
even a
nuts.
time that these fucking Mahomes fucking I'm in the elevator. That's when we is in 6K. When Kali and Gretchen lived in 6K and down the block. And next thing you know, they come back from Townhouse Day. I'm 17. These motherfuckers come straight at me. You fucking ugly. I'm like, yo, the hot sauce. They were so hammered, it wasn't even funny, bro.
Nah, that
I
shit,
was
yeah, like that. That's what I'm saying. That's how toxic we were. We was just cut ass, bro. We
yo
was just
like nonstop, bro.
like,
Nonstop.
especially,
And I
especially,
was
especially,
ugly. I was ugly.
es-
Ugly. Now,
especially
now I'm
Ray.
cute.
Like one of those townhouse day experiences. We went with my cousin Tachi, and Tachi, she smoked cigarettes. She was like, "Damn, I ain't got no more cigarettes." She's like, "Hold on." Ray just started talking to everybody and came back with like 10 different type of cigs. Here, Tachi, just choose which one you like. That's just the
It's
type of
insane.
guy he is. Um, nah, the both we appreciate you for coming
Yes,
through. All
sir.
right, we appreciate you
Of
being a
course,
guest on
man.
the podcast. We look for more future guest appearances by you. Okay, and
Of course.
shout
Yeah,
out to Seb
man.
again for his birthday, and I hope you enjoy your night, brother.
Yo,
We
take
Yes,
it
told him we're
easy,
sir.
about to
guys.
wrap it out, so thank you for
Yes,
coming.
sir. Love you, man.
Always, man. I love you too, guys. Yo,
Love
take
you
it
too.
easy. I love you guys in the stream right now too. Stay up, guys. Take it easy.
Later,
See ya.
Wolf.
Later.
All right, guys.
All right,
We
man.
appreciate you guys listening. I'm just gonna end it with one thought. It's pretty redundant from the last episode. I said again, with your family members, try to keep and your loved ones, try to keep a constant communication. You guys got any type of falling out with your family members, your loved one, try to break that,
Yep.
and and just keep in contact talking with them. Let them know you love them. Like right now, like listen to this right
Yes.
now.
While you listening to
Text,
this, text them, tell them, call them. If they sitting right next to you, if they're listening, also turn to them and say it. Just say it.
just say it, be
I
like,
love
yo,
you.
I love you. All right, guys. Our next episode, the topic will be about Black History Month, since we all celebrating Black History Month. So if you guys got anything you guys want to talk about Black History Month,
Yep. Yep.
shoot us
Yep.
an email at ArabianPapiPodcast@gmail.com. All right, let us know what we should talk about or what your thoughts are about Black History Month. So stay tuned for the next episode, which will be about
Yeah.
Black History Month.
In
All right, guys.
our YouTube. So we're not. It's we're having some troubles with Spotify getting that stuff on there. So right now, all we have is SoundCloud, Twitch, and YouTube. So You know, like and
Facts. So
subscribe. I didn't think I'd
like
ever
and
say
subscribe
that, but like and subscribe to the channel.
and share the shit out of it.
Share it, share it, share it. Please.
Even you guys that are live right now with us, remember, guys, you could join us live on Twitch when we do these episodes.
Yes,
We're
yes,
already
you
going to be
can.
live, and we will always post it on our social medias when we're going live. Join us on Twitch, have a chat with us, okay? Um,
Mm-hmm.
even for the guys that's listening, please watch the video after. It shows the views and hit that like button. Definitely, give us that revenue, give us that hype. We appreciate you guys. And again, if you guys are anywhere in New York and you're looking for massage spot, Facebook spa, look it up. Yo,
Yeah,
you won't regret it. Trust, you won't regret it.
you will
If you're
not.
into any gaming, anything like that, check out Rogue R700. Again, that was Woodford, that was here, the captain of the Disciple
Disciple
Society
Rogue
Gaming.
now. It's Disciple
Oh,
Rogue now.
that's true, and it is Disciple Rogue. So
Yeah.
look that up, all right? Um, and listen, as of now, I don't have much gear, but if you guys like the hats or like the Heartbreak Bombs
Yeah,
gear, hit me
yeah.
up.
I got other hand. I got the hats right there on my wall too. Bunch of different colors. They got the hoodies, shirts, all of it.
Yeah. And anything else, Tori?
Nah, I'm good, man.
Also, don't forget photography down in Florida, Danny
Yes,
Dillon
sir. Yes, sir.
Photography.
Yep. There is one more thing. Yeah, Danny Dillon Photography. If you're looking for photography,
Definitely.
photograph weddings, lifestyle, anything, any kind of photography that you want. Danny Dillard Photography for sure. Danny Dillard Photography.
And if you're looking for any type of model or any type of commercial acting gig, hit up Toeray. Toeray is up and coming. Definitely hit him up. If you're looking for anything you guys need for in that aspect, hit him up. All right, guys. Again, thank you for listening. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, and hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night.
Easy.
Later.